It just dawned on me today that this is the 2026th time that there's a new year after Christ. For 2,000 years, the church is born and we are still growing and understanding the truth. Jesus clearly gave the message that we cannot mix the old and the new, yet still, sometimes we mix the old and the new without even knowing it. We have to understand the volume of the book, the vision of all that was sealed in Genesis and opened in Revelation, and we can have the knowledge of God, for the tree of life is now opened. But it seems the biggest struggle in humanity is to forget what's behind and to stretch yourself out to what's ahead. We can only do that if we understand the full purposes of God through the volume of the book. We are not to mix the old and the new, and not separate the word, but rightly dividing the word of truth. My prayer for the church and for everyone listening to me is that we'll step into what Christ has done. But for that, we cannot mix the old and the new. We need to understand the election that was before the cross, which was for the purpose of the cross, and after the cross, our election is in Him. Before the cross, there was a long line of prophets, fathers, men of God that carried mantles, and it was passed on from the one to the other. In the new, the kingdom is a seed, a blade, a ear, and a harvest. The kingdom is a place of righteousness, peace, and joy. The keys that will open the impossible through the Spirit and the Word. Paul clearly states that we must forget what's behind and stretch ourselves to what is ahead. This is only possible if you can understand what is ahead. Paul writes to the Corinthians and he says, what the eye have not seen, what the ear have not heard, what has not come up in the heart of man, God has prepared for those that love Him. In the kingdom, we are not passing on mantles, trying to get someone else's mantle, forever talking about what everybody else is doing. His intention for us is to come to the full stature of the full measure of the Christ. While we're struggling to get someone else's mantle and anointing, we can't step into the purpose that God has for us. Everybody else got their anointing because they had a relationship with God, knowing God. Paul says, I say this to your shame that you do not have the knowledge of God. You must increase in the knowledge of God. The only way you do that is to get your face in the book, something that Facebook cannot give you. The real book changes you, that you can go more and more like Him. We cannot annul the gifts and the healings and the wonders and the miracles, but we are not to chase after gifts and miracles, because Jesus Himself said, they'll come to me and say, I've done this, I've done that. He says, go away. I never knew you. There is a grace to know Him. Moses said on the mountain, seeing that I found grace, show me your way that I might find grace to know you. And out of His fullness, we have grace for grace. My prayer for you is this year, not to step into someone else's footsteps, but to grow up into the fullness of the full stature of the measure of the Christ, that you will know Him even as you are known, that you will show Him, and that you will find yourself seated at the table, your cup running over, right in front of your enemies. This place of fellowship that is far above every principality and power and wickedness in high places. We are the carriers of this glory, and everyone that is gone before us, they are waiting for us. We cannot try and get their mantles. They are waiting for us to step into the purposes of God for our time. May this be the year that we can see the glory of God changing us from the inside out. Happy New Year. May this be the greatest time ever